Hello, everyone. I'm Phil, and thanks for riding with me. I am at the Barkcamp State Park of Ohio, Belmont Lake. Just got off the water, recorded a riding with Phil, in which I wasn't able to stand up. I mean, I stood up for it, but I couldn't stay stood up. There's that birthday party that we were talking about. And here's a nice little view of the lake. And I'm going the wrong way. It says do not enter, so I'm going to go turn around right here. I did not realize that, so I'm going to turn around. I just wanted you to get a good view of the lake, so there you go. That's a swimming area. That's that lake right there is where I go out paddleboarding. So I want you to see that. You get a different view of the lake. If off there in the distance, you might have seen the dam where the spillway was. Okay, so headed home, but wanted to take an opportunity to do a recording. Now I'm going to be, no, I'm not going to be. I was going to say I'm going to be on Interstate 70, but I'm going to take the back way home. They're closing that road tomorrow. I don't know if they're doing a bridge replacement or what, and I think it said 90 days. We'll catch that sign as we go. There's a person being careful, doing speed limit, going about 10 miles an hour, which is fine. Barkcamp State Park is a nice little area. Lots of picnic tables everywhere. Some hidden picnic tables too, that a lot of people don't know about. You see it pretty well when you're on the paddleboard. But it's a nice little park in Belmont, Ohio. Well maintained by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. All right, so you're gonna have a little view of this car in front of me while we get out of the park, but then I'm gonna take a back road. I like to stay off Interstate 70 just because of the road noise. I mean, I can cancel it out with my editing software, but it does distort it a little bit. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but sometimes my legs are like jelly and just don't want to work real well. But fatigue, I imagine, is a big part of it. But we don't have to worry about that right now. Hey, look at this dog, man. Ooh, that is a nice looking dog. That's a pretty cool dog. Very cool dog. Gosh, I lived in St. Clairsville 12 years. Was at Barkcamp a couple times for a picnic. I had never been to the beach. Never. Didn't even know where the beach was until this year. I had been by a couple other times just here and there. No more than 10. Obviously, definitely no more than 10. But anyway, I didn't really know a lot about it. And gosh, I've probably been here 15 times already this summer. And will be coming more as the days go on. Nice little picnic area over to the left of us there. That's the couple times I had been here. I was gone to a picnic there. So I know I had a topic I wanted to bring up. My golly, I cannot remember it now. But while I'm thinking of it, like and subscribe if you like this podcast. It's I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it for numbers. I mean, okay, I did look and see that I had like 20 views after 2 days on my first video, which I thought that was pretty good. And no, it wasn't me watching it 19 times. But, I'm doing it because, number one, years ago, God called me to do a podcast. Oh, I hope this sun doesn't blind us too much. It's blinding me for sure. Wow, that was something. Even with the sunglasses on, God called me to do a podcast, and that's what started at the table. And then God called me to do Bible time. And I got a little bit ahead of him, and I said, I'm doing Bible time twice a week because it's small, it's short. I was doing that and at the table, and I got overwhelmed because I wasn't anointed for that. So I quickly backed down to just one Bible time a week, and then eventually I gave up at the table, and it became Uplift, where I did that with Ian Thornton at first, and then it was Ian and Chad and myself, and then Robert Johnson from South Carolina joined us, and then Ian tailed off. He had some other things going on, and it was just me and Chad and Robert, and eventually we just quit doing it. Just wasn't feeling it anymore. But podcasts, if they're done right, they have a cycle, life. God is the one leading. I don't blame myself for giving up. Nothing like that. Well, that water's pretty calm, isn't it? It's just, when the anointing stops, that's where the ministry ends. That's all there is to it. And I firmly believe that. But anyway, gosh, more sun. Wow. I really felt like God was telling me when I got this GoPro for Christmas last year, do riding with Phil. At first it was just going to be my bike. I was going to go out and I was going to preach and I was going to teach on my bike. And I never could grasp that. And then I got that paddleboard and I thought about it again, and riding with Phil. And I go, oh my gosh, I could go in the truck, I could go on the bike, or I can go on the paddleboard. And I really felt it was anointed by God. So that's what it became. I'm going this way. That's right. I'm going this way. The back way. Glad I remembered that. I'm glad nobody was coming. So anyway, here you are. Here we are. You get to ride with me. And I'm enjoying it. I don't know how many episodes in I am right now, because honestly, this first couple of weeks, I just made a bunch of episodes, picked 3 to go out on 3 consecutive days, and just decided I'd start on July 23rd, and now they're coming out once a week. So, this could have been recorded. I don't know what just happened there, but my camera decided to shut off, and it's not hot. It doesn't feel hot. Might have to turn up the AC a little bit in here just to keep this thing cool, because it does have a tendency to shut off. I would hit a few bumps, maybe it some kind of stabilization thing kicked in and shut it off. Well, anyway, I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm going to go until I don't feel the Lord's anointing anymore. So let's talk about that for a moment. How do you know if you have an anointing? Well, it's a calling, also is another way to say it. You feel like you want to do something. And now, here's where it differs. Oh, wow, that was something. I don't pastor for the money. I don't pastor for people liking me. I don't pastor for any of the wrong reasons. I pastor because I was called by God. Now, I'm not saying that people that do it for a living and do it for the money, that they're wrong. I'm not saying that, because they've probably been called as well, because it takes a calling to not have a regular job, because pastors don't make a lot of money. And we'll leave it at that. But anyway, it's a calling. It's like, one day I said to myself, I can see me doing that. And I pointed to the guy standing up front who was delivering the message. But I said, he's retired. I'll wait till I'm retired. That was 27 years ago, and I'm not retired yet and not headed for retirement anytime soon. I'd have missed out on all those 27 years if I'd have gone in Phil's timing rather than God's timing. But it was a couple years after that, about 5 years after that I said that. The whole time thinking, I still think I could do that sometime. And it wasn't me. I didn't know where it was coming from. I mean, of course it was coming from God, but wasn't real close to it. Look at that little deer, little Bambi running away from us. Anyway, Oh gosh, bumpy road here. Bumpy road here. It's a calling. And that calling is kind of like an anointing. An anointing is, when you put oil on someone or you lay hands on them, that's a physical anointing. But the spiritual anointing only comes from God. And if God's not behind you, you can put your hands on somebody, you can pray for healing, you can put oil on them, you can do all that all day long. If God's not in it, it's not there. Guy I know named Brent Vernon from Florida. He's a singer, great singer, great singer. BrentVernon.com if you want to check him out. Brent Vernon, he sings a song, if God's not in it, I don't want to be there. Because it's all just a game, just a vanity fair. It's about, doing things on your own or doing things with the Lord. And you're always going to be better off doing things with the Lord. You never want to do it on your own. So anyway, if you feel like you're wondering, am I anointed? Well, ask God. He'll tell you, and you'll know, yes or no. You learn to hear God's voice as you build your relationship with Him, and He builds this ability in you to hear Him and know that it's Him. So take time to know if it's God. He will help you. But from that, you can have an anointing, but it doesn't mean that it lasts forever. You may have an anointing for 1 hour. Maybe God's telling you, hey, stand up, lay your hands on this person and watch this person heal. That's an anointing from God. And it may just be for that hour, that 2 hours, whatever. You may have an anointing for several years. I know several pastors that are very anointed. You can tell, you can see the evidence of their ministry. They're very good. Oh, there's the sign that says the road's closed. I didn't see. It might be up here. Anyway, but at the same time, that anointing can be taken back. A perfect example is Saul and David. Saul was anointed to be king. But God said, Samuel told him, he says, today the Lord has stripped the anointing from you and has anointed someone who will follow him and will listen to him. Saul just was disobedient. Saul made choices. It wasn't that God didn't choose him. Saul made choices and God, acted on those choices that Saul had made. And there's a bridge back there. I bet that's the bridge they're going to replace, because here's the sign that said, no, that's not the sign that says road closed. That sign said Loomis. Oh, I don't know. I know they're closing a stretch of this road tomorrow for, I think, 90 days. So I won't be able to go this way, the back way to the lake, to Barkcamp anymore. I'll have to go on 70. But at the same time, I did want to take a little time to do this. So if you want to know if you're anointed, ask the Lord. Because anointing comes from Him. It doesn't come from humans. It comes from the Lord. Humans are sometimes vessels by which that anointing is expressed, to the laying on of hands, praying in tongues, many different ways that it can be expressed. But it comes from God. So if you want to know if you're anointed, ask Him. He will tell you. If you're not, He may anoint you for something. Anointings are for ministries, for life callings, for any kind of calling. It's a pretty amazing thing. And when you really are walking in that anointing, you don't realize what you're doing. Things just happen. I know many anointed people that don't even know they're anointed because no one ever laid hands on them. No one ever spoke in tongues over them. No one ever anointed them with oil, but they are anointed. All right, I'm just trying to figure out where I am. I forgot. I think I'm on 149 right now. And I know somebody's probably watching this laugh and saying, this kid doesn't know where he is. Well, thanks for calling me a kid. But no, I know I'm going to come up to Route 9 eventually. I see an intersection here coming up. Oh, County Road 82 TR. I don't know what TR stands for. There's a detour. No, that might be the road closed. I got kind of mixed two signs together from my perspective. I don't know. Nice houses, nice pool, lots of land. Last time I came this way, it was gloomy. Wasn't a sunny day. Didn't really get to see all this. I don't travel this way that often, but I wanted a chance to record Riding with Phil for you. I'm sorry, I'm just taking in the scenery here. Okay, so trying to look on my map to see where I am, I have no clue. I just don't know where I am at all. Somewhere on 149, I believe headed to Route 9. There's probably people that grew up around here that know this place a lot better than I do. But at the same time, I could take them to Ashtabula, Ohio, and they wouldn't know where they were, and I could laugh at them and say, this kid doesn't know what he's doing. So, Centaurus, I'm not sure. There's probably some kind of gas and oil thing. Yeah, it looks like there's a well pad there. So, how can someone lose an anointing? Well, just because God calls you and anoints you to do something doesn't mean that he's going to look the other way if you continue to sin. You can't continue to sin and expect God to continue to keep you anointed. Now, that has nothing to do with salvation, okay? And honestly, you can be living in sin, daily living in sin, and God still anoints you. So really, there's more signs. Oh, here it is. Here's the sign I'm looking for. State Route 149 will be closed 7/16. Oh, that's not tomorrow. For 30 days. 30 days. Okay, not 90 days. That's not too bad. And it's right by the bridge. And there's another sign right here by the bridge. So they must be replacing that bridge or something, or reinforcing it. I don't know. But it's going to be closed for 90 days or 30 days, starting on July 16th. So it'll be open on August 16th. Anyway, so yeah, God can anoint you if you're sinning because he has a purpose. God can do whatever he wants to do. But I have found that when people get too bloated in the head, pride gets in the way, he'll strip that anointing back. Now, he may give it back again. And a perfect example of this is Samson in the Bible. Samson, from his birth, was a Nazarite. His strength was from God. He had superhuman strength. But God took that away from him. God's strength left him when he let his hair be cut. He gave in to the desire of a woman, and God removed his anointing from him in that moment of time. But when his hair started to grow back and he asked for it back, the strength to take care of the Philistines just one more time, God gave it back to him, and he knocked the pillars down and killed a bunch of Philistines. And, oh gosh, 149 goes that way? I thought that was Little McMahon Creek Road. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where I am. I'm on Route 9. I'm eventually going to get back to my house. But I'm going to stop off for a little treat for something that we didn't get to do one time. And that was wash my car. All right, guy cutting that. Oh man, what a hill to have to cut. Sometimes I think I need a front and rear camera both so you can see what happens as I go past. I do have my dash cam that records rear, but don't always think to add that into the videos. So yeah, you can see that It's up to God. There's no pattern that you have to follow. There's no do this and you get anointed, do that, you lose the anointing. It's not like that. God will pull it back, as in the case of Saul and Samson, but he will give it back too, as in the case of Samson, but not in Saul. Even in the midst of adultery, David did not lose his anointing. See, God doesn't care about sin in the way we think he does. Now, let me say that again. God does not care about sin in the way that we think he does. You see, we have been taught that sin is awful. If you sin, you're an egregious person, you're a terrible person, you need to be kicked out of the church. We've been taught things like that. Sin's bad, and when sin is not corrected, you have to take drastic actions. But in some cases, you need to find out what's behind it all with the person. It could be something physical, medical. It could be some outside thing, as someone who's been divorced, it's awful. It sucks. It tears you apart, makes you want to die at times. Not everybody, but I certainly wanted to. I hate to say that, but it's true. And it can just destroy you, and that can cause someone to act out in a way they shouldn't. Not saying that it's okay and it's right and you shouldn't worry about it. Not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that's one of the reasons why people act the way they do. So you got to be careful to, work with people. Work with the Lord to know what to do, when to do it, when not to do it. I think I'm getting closer to, where's Ponzani's? So I think I'm getting closer to where I need to be. Yeah, I am. So I'll hang on here, and I want to make sure you get to be a part of that car wash. Yeah, here's the St. Clairsville Bike Trail. I'm sorry, National Road Bikeway is what they call it. That's right there. There's McMahon Creek Road. Oh man, I'm all over the place. All right, so I think I'm not too far from where I want to be. Look at those flags. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do think I like having the camera out more so than on me, because you get to see the things I'm seeing. I know some people have told me keep the camera on you. I really think you want to see the things that are out. May do that. I'm definitely going to do that with the bike. That was really kind of odd. That one I did, the second episode, with pointing the camera up in the air. So I'm going to turn the camera around for the bike. That way you can see the things I see. And yeah, here we go. Interstate 70. So I still got the Interstate 70. It didn't ride on it. So I hopefully avoided that road noise. All right. We tried this one other time recently, and it didn't work because I didn't have my wallet on me. And I always make sure I take my wallet when I go to, the car had duct tape on it. That was pretty weird. As if that duct tape's going to make a difference. Okay, I'm going to try this again. We're going to spin around. This time it's not facing me, it's facing out, so you can kind of, and I did turn it around, that's right, but didn't work out so well. So anyway, here we go. Let's get a car wash. Thing. Oh, please pull forward when ready. Okay, there's a green arrow. All right, and we got to wait for this guy to get out. He's got 24 seconds, but I got to clean my undercarriage. Just going to get loud here for a minute. Anyway, I'll explain it while we're in here because this is too loud. Is that guy backing up again? Man, he's taking every second he can get with that dryer. Look at that. He's driving it all the way to zero. And that's fine. All right, stop. Put vehicle in park. Okay. Anyway, I'm watching the car get washed, and it was kind of like snow falling at one point. Like the polishing, or maybe it was the surface protectant. I don't know if I'm not getting surface protectant. I didn't pay the extra $2. I'm cheap. But anyway, it's the rinse is going off, and it's not cleaning off the cars. I see soap everywhere, and I thought, man, is that what happens to mine? And then, the machine kind of stops and backs off, and like, that dude's car has still got soap on it. But then this top spot-free rinse, oh man, look at this thing coming at me. It's coming at me like a horror movie, like a big saw gonna cut you in half. Horror movies are not good. No, they're not good to watch. A lot of demonic activity in those things, but I couldn't resist. That was kind of funny. Oh, look at that. There it goes. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, that one's going across the front. And now it's going across the back. And I don't know what did it leave? Anyway, I didn't wait for the top spot-free rinse to come, and it actually cleaned off the car. Think about it. They do testing on these things. There's no way they're gonna wash 100 cars and not see that the soap is still on them. I never understood why that one stops there. Is it because of my mirrors? Or, I guess it went back the other way. Maybe it adjusted because of the mirrors. I guess you really couldn't see that the way I could see it, though. But it goes across your mirrors and then it stops, and then it kind of picks up again. Let me give you a little bit of wiper action there. Tandem surf line? Tandem surf line is what that sign's flashing. I don't know what that means. But, okay, here we go. It's going to clean the back. Good. The back is what needed the most. There was a lot of dust on the back. All right, I'm going to come along the side here again. I don't think that big thing's going to go across my hood anymore. Man, it's shooting water everywhere. Everywhere but on my car. Some kind of light just came on. It's some kind of Christmas light thing up there blinking. I hadn't noticed it before. Once again, it stops at the mirrors and then it keeps going again. It's coming up here to the front now, and here, I'll give you one of these so you can see what's going on. Maybe another one. So you can see, it stops. It stops. Oh, what the heck? I did not know that was coming at me. That came from the side. This big arm came from behind. Now this thing's going to clean my tires. It's going to move. That kind of startled me. I did not know that was coming from the back like that. And big, sound like a hurricane coming through. I hope you're as entertained with this car wash as I am. Typically, I just sit here. Sometimes I'll read the Bible or listen to the Bible or listen to music. Sometimes I even fall asleep. But this time I'm really paying attention. I'm hoping that thing's going to go back now and clean my back tires. Oh, big drops of something coming down on top of me. Oh, I can't even. Hot wax. Yeah, American Hot Wax. So wasn't that a movie back in the 70s? Okay, now we're going to clean this hot wax off. I see a big waterfall in my rear view mirror. And, oh, no, it's just this thing that looked like snow. Yeah, watch when it comes across the front here. Doesn't that look like purple or blue and red turning into purple? It looks like there might be some yellow in there, too, so we should see some green. Yeah, I see some green. But when whoa, here comes that big one from behind again. Washing it all off. Anyway, when you're outside looking at this, and that, I don't know what that was. Was it protectant, sealant, or something? Anyway, it looks like snow falling when you're on the outside. Never really paid attention to that before, but right. Now what is it doing? It says spot-free rinse polishing. And spot-free rinse, hate to tell you, I'm seeing spots. But, oh yeah, spot-free rinse is what it's saying. I'm seeing spots. It didn't work. Oh, here it comes again. This was the thing that, like, you gotta be kidding me. That's not cleaning any of that junk off. Drive forward. What? I got spots. How am I driving forward? I got spots. That's what this dryer is for, I guess. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Get rid of those spots. Get rid of those spots. Oh, I think I went too far forward. Let's back up a little bit. All right, we got 44 seconds. Get rid of those spots from the spot-free rinse. Yeah, that ain't happening. Oh, that'll work. Oh, that feels good. My truck's saying, oh, I like this. Oh, get that water off me. Get my water. Let's blow it all away. I got 28 seconds. 28 seconds. Oh, the guy's coming in behind me. I should do what the other guy did. Get as much as I can out of this next 18 seconds. Oh, he's getting blasted. I can't even see him anymore. He's getting blasted. No, run away. Be free. Don't get caught in the water. It's a trick. It's a trap. All right, you know what? I'm not taking this last 5 seconds. I'm going home. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that because I sure did.